Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel LaForge. I'm a family law lawyer in Ottawa, Ontario. This is the third short video of a 5-part series on quick and easy tips and tricks in using Adobe in your family law practice. So we were working on a settlement conference brief, and I'm just going to go back to that settlement conference brief now. This is a video on how to create and insert an index. So in our first video, we added pages to create our settlement conference brief. In our second video, we created bookmarks, which allows us to very quickly hop over to the document that we wanted to point to. Now, what I'd like to have inserted in this document is a table of contents for my reader to easily access if that's what they choose to go to straight away. They could go to the bookmarks tab, but they might also either not have the navigation pane open, in which case they won't see an index very quickly here. Or alternatively, I just might wish to have them still be able to go to the index if that's what they want to see altogether. Sometimes these bookmarks don't leave a lot of room for the description, and you may wish to put a longer description in your index. So what I'm going to do here is I have my Finder open. This is my client's file, Ms. Accountant, and I've created a table of contents in Word. This isn't a tutorial on how to create the table of contents in Word. We've been doing this for years with our paper documents and our binders. So I've just gone ahead and done this ahead of time where I've made my brief, I've made my index look as I want it to look for my brief. And what I did earlier was I just placed any page number. It didn't really matter because I wasn't sure what page number this was going to be before I had my document all together over here. So I'm going to do is I'm going to just make this navigation pane smaller so that you can see the settlement conference brief. And I'm quite satisfied that these are all the documents that I want to have in my index. But this is, like I was saying earlier, an opportunity for you to maybe put some longer descriptions if you like in your rows. And when we go to the page numbers, it's going to be very easy at this point to figure out what page number all of these exhibits or tabs point to, because in my second video, I've created bookmarks. So my settlement conference brief is going to be at page 1. And so that's going to be easy over here. I'm going to make it page 1. Now I know that I'm going to add my table of contents in here. So you want to be mindful if you're adding your table of contents before page 1, or are you adding it after page 1? Tab A, if I just click right to it, it's going to tell me I'm on page 6. So that's fairly simple. I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to change that into page 6. And I'm going to keep doing that. Tab B is listed at page 12. So I'm going to come over here, tab B, and put page 12. Now, the added advantage of working in Word is that you can work with your fonts. You can make it pretty. You can use highlights. You can use all of the regular features that you're perhaps maybe accustomed to, rather than trying to make a document within Adobe, which may not be all that easy, especially when you're playing around with different fonts and whatnot. I'm just going to continue here. My tab D is page 17. So tab D is at page 17. Looks like I skipped over tab C. So I'm going to come back over here. Tab C is at page 14. I'm going to make tab C page 14. And so tab B was at page 12. That's what I needed to do over here. And I have tab E left, which is at page 18. Tab E, page 18. So I'm satisfied with my table of contents. I'm going to go ahead and save that in my client's file. I don't need to convert it to PDF. I don't need to do anything with it. Just leave it as is. So we see it here in the Finder. This is my table of contents that I've just created. I'm coming back to my PDF document. And in our first video, we saw how to organize pages and add pages into any PDF document. So I know that I'm going to want my index to be right here, right at the front. I may include a cover page for like a style of cause for a cover page, but that's not going to have a page number, and it shouldn't change any of my other pages. So I'm going to do like I did in the first video. I'm going to take my table of contents, which is in Word over here. It's highlighted once. I'm going to left click on it and simply come and drag it over into my PDF document right here. And Adobe is going to convert that for me, and it's now a Word document. So if I close out of the organized pages, here's where we have our table of contents. In the next video, I'll show you how to create links from your table of contents into the other areas of your document. And so over here, we're also going to add another bookmark, and this one I'm going to call it the table of contents. Now you'll notice that when I clicked add a bookmark, it just sort of added it anywhere. From here, you can drag your bookmark above if you like, right here, and you can keep moving these around. So it's not really a big deal. If you're not happy with where your documents are, you want to move them around, you can totally move around the bookmarks. It's not going to change any of the set destinations that you had set earlier. So when I click separation agreement, I'm still at the separation agreement. When I click on settlement conference brief, I'm still at the settlement conference brief. And now I'm going to want to set my destination for my table of contents, which is what I'm going to do now. And my table of contents can now be accessed in the bookmarks tab. Stay tuned for the next video.